Today, we're diving into a topic I know a lot of us are thinking about as we get closer to the new year. New Year's resolutions. We've all made them at some point, but here's a little reality check. Most New Year's resolutions fail by February, and that statistic is not just a fluke. It happens year after year after year. So let's talk about why that is and how to make this year, this new year coming up, the one where your goals actually stick. If that sounds good, let's jump in. Hey there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to the community. I'm Tamarius, a passionate leadership and life coach with over 20 years of leadership experience. I've also worked as an HR executive for many years in major organizations. Here we talk all things conscious leadership, motherhood, women empowerment, personal growth and development, and all things elevating your reality. So if you're ready to focus on growth and level up and get your life on track, you are in the right place. So be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below if you have a New Year's resolution you want to share. So let's get real for a minute, okay? Do we really need the calendar to flip to another day, change the year, which is all made up anyway, to get motivated enough to work on our goals? What's up with that? If there's something you want to do, whether it's making a change, starting something new, or stopping a habit, you don't have to wait till January 1st to do that. I just want to remind you, you can start right now, today, in this moment, if you want it bad enough. So now that that's out the way, we can talk about New Year's resolutions. Because when the new year rolls around, a lot of us feel this surge and urge of motivation and high hopes for all sorts of things. And I think that's good. Sometimes you do need the calendar to change the day, change the year, to change your perspective, whatever works. And during this time, we tell ourselves this year, this is going to be my year for this, for that. I'm going to do all the things this year. I'm sure you said it or heard somebody else say it. This is the year I'm finally going to get fit, save more money, read more books, etc., etc. Yet by February, we're back to our usual routines and not hitting our goals. So why does this cycle repeat itself? Why can't we get ahead and do the things we said we were going to do? The reality is most New Year's resolutions fail because they are surface level commitments. That is it. They're big on wishful thinking, but low on structure and intention. So today I'm going to break down 3 major reasons New Year's resolutions often fail, and most importantly, how to change your approach and your mindset to make this new year different for you. All right, reason number 1 is lack of clarity. As a leadership and life coach, I'm all about clarity. Clarity gives you vision to see where you're going and what you're doing and what you're seeking. We often set these vague goals without really defining what they really mean and why they're important. For example, a resolution like I'm going to get fit, quote unquote, it doesn't actually tell us anything specific. What does get fit even mean? What does that look like for you or for the person who set the goal? Is it running a mile without stopping? Is it hitting the gym 3 times a week? Maybe it's just being able to keep up with your kids on the playground. Funny thing is, I always say that I work out just to be a mom and take care of my kids. It's the truth. Or maybe it's eating healthier. I don't know. But the point I'm trying to make is when our goals are too broad, we can't measure our progress. And when we can't see our progress, it's easy to lose motivation because we feel like we're not moving forward. So here's my challenge and recommendation for you. For this New Year resolution, be specific as you possibly can. Get serious if you want it. Instead of just saying get fit, say I'm going to run a mile every Saturday. I'm going to work out 30 minutes 3 times per week, no matter what. I'm going to hit 10K steps every day. Or if your goal is to eat healthier, be specific and say something like, I'm going to eat in a calorie deficit and track my calories until I reach my target weight. Or I'm going to do keto and get rid of everything that's not keto. I'm not promoting any of these things that I'm mentioning. They're simply examples. The clearer you are, the easier it is to track your progress and feel a sense of accomplishment. I know it sounds simple, right? But it's not necessarily as simple as it sounds. I get that. But here's the kicker. You've got to take action and follow through on the promises you make to yourself. You should anyway. And if setting specific goals and sticking to them is a challenge to you, hiring a coach can be so helpful for you, helping you to stick to your goals and stick to the commitments that you've set for yourself. If you've never worked with a coach, I think this is a great segue into doing so, because it truly takes your experience to another level and it helps you to finish what you started timely. And time is of the essence. Reason number 2 is that we can sometimes overload ourselves with too many goals. I get it. It's so exciting to dream big and think of all the things we want to do. But real talk, trying to overhaul your whole life at once is overwhelming. So focusing on things little by little make a big difference. Change doesn't happen overnight, and spreading yourself too thin is one of the reasons by mid-January you're ready to give up on the goal you set. I mean, how many times have we tried to change everything all at once and end up changing absolutely nothing in the process? Instead of focusing on everything, pick 1 or 2 goals that are most important, high on the priority list, and focus on it. Focus on the areas that will have the biggest impact in your life right now. You don't need 10 resolutions to grow and get there. You just need a few priorities you're really ready to commit to. Finally, reason number 3, you're simply relying on willpower alone, which can be detrimental. So many of us think we can just force ourselves to stick to one goal, and then we realize it's not that easy. Here's the truth. Willpower is like a muscle. It gets tired. And after a long day of work and taking care of the kids and doing other things and dealing with life, our willpower runs out. And that's when we usually put our personal goals aside. And then what do you have? Nothing. We end up falling short for ourselves. And that's not what we want to do. We want something that's sustainable. So to make your New Year's resolution stick, you need more than just willpower and motivation. You need a system. You need accountability. This means creating habits and routines that support your goals. For instance, if your New Year's resolution is to read more, set a specific time each day or each night to focus on that. You literally have to put your goal within your plan, or you plan to fail. If you're trying to save money, automate a portion of your paycheck to go directly into your savings so you don't have to think about it. You can set it and forget it. Take willpower out of the equation as much as possible. All right, so how can we make this new year different? How can we really do this? I'm going to talk about 2 simple yet effective strategies that will help you. The first is to set SMART goals. I know you've heard of SMART goals before. And I talk about SMART goals a lot because they simply help you to get results. SMART goals stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. When your goal is specific, you know exactly what you want to achieve. It's measurable so you can track your progress. It's achievable, meaning it's realistic within your current reach, even if it's a stretch goal. It's relevant to where you want to go. And it's time bound within this time frame in which you're looking to seek it, and you can put a time frame on how long you want to take to get there if you want, which gives you a deadline to work towards and another way to track your progress. For example, I love giving y'all examples to make sure that you're following me. Instead of saying I'm going to save money this year, for an easy example, say I'm going to save $1,200. And by doing so, I'm going to set up an automatic draft from my checking to my savings account to transfer $100 on the 1st of each month. And I won't touch that money under any circumstances. So that specific example, it is clear, it is specific, it is measurable, it is achievable, and it has a time frame to keep you accountable. And you're also making a commitment to yourself to not mess with it. You're telling yourself, like, I'm not going to bother, I'm not going to touch it under any circumstances, right? And you have to honor that agreement and that commitment at that point. It's not really hard. It just requires true desire and discipline to follow through. Now, the second strategy is accountability. As a coach, I love accountability. Share your goals with a friend, a family member, or even work with me as your coach. When you tell someone your goal, you create a sense of responsibility just naturally. It's kind of like not just making a promise to yourself, but also someone else. That accountability can be a powerful motivator on those days when sticking to your goals or your plans are just difficult. Because the reality is, some days it just won't be easy. And as a coach, I take this to a whole nother level with proven strategies and techniques to help my clients stay on track. Plus, working with a coach offers additional benefits like personalized support, mindset shifts, and practical tools to overcome obstacles and ensure long-term success on this goal and any others you may have. The reality is most successful people work with a coach, so you should too. So there you have it. Most resolutions fail because they're simply unclear, overwhelming, or we rely too much on willpower. Or we wait until the new year to start instead of just getting started now. But by setting smart goals, focusing on what really matters to you, and adding accountability, we're setting ourselves up for true and lasting change. Remember, growth isn't a one-stop shop or a one-time event. It's a journey. Let's do it differently this time around. You can do it differently this time around. Let's make promises we can keep, not just check a box, but to truly become better versions of ourselves. So if this video resonates with you, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. It means the world to me. And share this video with someone who can benefit from hearing this message. Here we talk about conscious leadership, motherhood, women empowerment, growth and development, and all things elevating your reality. And don't forget to check the description box below to find out ways to work with me. So get ready to have an amazing new year by taking action now and believing in your own potential, because you can do it. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time in the next video. Thanks.